the Right Honorable Deputy Speaker of Parliament, the Honorable Ministers present, the former Prime Ministers, all the distinguished mourners here. I recognize the family of Professor Kanyeihamba and Your Grace, the Archbishop and the clergy. In the interest of time, let me say, all of you, friends and distinguished mourners, the judicial spokesperson had said I am Honorable Sempija, but my name is Chris Baryomunsi. I am the Minister in charge of Information, Communications Technology and National Guidance, the Government of Uganda, and the National Vice Chairperson for NRM in charge of Western Uganda, and the Member of Parliament for Chinchizi East in Kanungu. The easier way to know where I come from, you say, I come from the district where Honorable Mama Mbabas comes from. I have been requested by HE, the President, to represent him at this Requiem service and deliver his short condolence message. But before I read his written message, let me say, by coincidence, I am a Muchiga, like Professor Kanyeihamba. We hail from the same area. And also, in terms of our clans, I am a clanmate, Professor Kanyeihamba. We are Bagabira. And we are very proud as a Bagabira that Professor Kanyeihamba was the first Mugabira to go to Parliament of Uganda. And I was the second to go to Parliament. The third is Honorable Musasizi, who is the current Member of Parliament for Professor Kanyeihamba. I think there is a fourth young man from Rubabo, Naboth. So there are only 4 Bagabira who have ever been members of Parliament. And now that I remain the most senior Mugabira in terms of politics. That aside, I convey condolences to the family, the people of Kigezi, Ugandans, and the international community, because Professor Kanyeihamba is a subject in himself. If you asked any one of you to speak about Professor Kanyeihamba, you can take even 2-3 days speaking about him, because much as he was born in Muchiga, but he became an international citizen, and he has impacted the whole international community, and we shall greatly miss him. I just want to summon your corrective consensus that I use some words to describe him and see whether I am correct. If you talk about Professor Kanyeihamba, honesty, being honest, does that describe Professor Kanyeihamba? Yes, I see corrective approval. Incorruptible. Yes, correct. A straight talker, somebody who talks straight, fearless, and courageous. Yes, I see signs of approval. Principled, sticking to his principles, whatever what, but a principled man. I see approval. Truthfulness. Okay, the same as honesty, but being truthful. Some people, but Professor Kanyeihamba was truthful in the way he handled public life, even private life. Correct? Integrity. Well, you can say the same as incorruptible, but a man of high integrity. I see, yes. Intelligent. I could go on and go on and go on. One time in Parliament, I tried to say all Bachiga have these attributes, And people say, no, these attributes must be personal. Don't ethnicize them and make them general. But some of these speak to the character of the true Bachiga. That I can say. And we are proud of Professor Kanyeihamba as a senior Muchiga who led the way, and many of us who are younger than him, we admired him, he inspired us. We always prayed and worked hard to be like Professor Kanyeihamba, but I'm sure many of us still have to work hard to reach and be where Kanyeihamba reached. So we greatly miss him, and we shall forever cherish his work and legacy. And you could add many other attributes: hardworking, very humorous. If we had time, we would go into that, but we shall have time later at a vigil and maybe tomorrow to speak more about Professor Kanyeihamba. So Abachiga bagabira abaruganya amasizi itwenda okubasasira kandi mwe bari kwija okushendekereza muzeyi wetu Professor Kanyeihamba. Ibi bibagaho twena abajwira amagara ubuhire nibuhika ruhanga sitwara mwene umuhumure kandi ekihora ekyazaho abo kufegwa Professor ruhanga neija okukizuza. I was just giving words of comfort to the people from his home, Nyamasizi, Rwanda, that the gap created by the death of Professor Kanyeihamba will be filled by our Lord, because we are believers. Having said those few remarks, permit me to turn to the message which is written from H.E., the President. Of course, as we all know, he visited the family and had time to speak to members of the family, and also he granted an official burial, and he allowed me to come and be here and then later join him in cabinet, because today is cabinet day. So the family of the late Professor George Kanyeihamba, the clergy and fellow mourners, condolence message. Once again, on behalf of the government of Uganda, on behalf of the NRM party, and on behalf of all Ugandans, I wish